ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to Alex Perez up against Manel Kape. Is going to be a banger because you guys are two of the most talented guys in this division. So we're expecting something special. But I tell you what, they just they're no easy fights for you, hey? Like Pantoja, and then you fought after Pantoja, you fought
What's a
Davison, and
fight?
now you're fighting Kape.
Yeah, yeah,
So
it is what it is, man. I don't pick my fights. I just take what they give me. I don't say no. So rather have the hard road than the easy one.
Um, do you like it? Yeah, do you like it like that? Does it raise your level fighting the best guys?
Yeah, I think every guy brings something different. In the UFC, top 10, top 15, in the UFC in general. You know what I mean? Like they always make you work on something. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm fighting some of the best guys in the world, and I'm just raising my game every time I'm stepping training camp.
Before you fought Davison, you were on a really nice run there. Like, what did you take away from your last two fights? Were you able to, people say win or learn. Do you believe in that, or is it just is what it is?
It is what it is, man. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody says you win or you learn. I feel like there's just a way to soften the blow. It's like, nah, at the end of the day, it says I fucking lost. So I lost, but I know that I got to work on stuff and improve on everything. So, I mean, it does help you realize that. It's a shit way to realize that, but nothing you can do about it.
Are we going to see the new and improved version of you? Like, what are you most excited to showcase here?
I'm excited again to fight for 15 minutes. My last two fights haven't gone past the first round, so I've gotten a lot better since. I can honestly say that Pantoja is the first guy that's literally just ran through me, and any of my losses ever. So definitely took a big lesson from that one. But like I said, I've gone better. Even in those fights I've lost, I've improved a lot. Just haven't been able to show it.
Is there an argument that like the top five, six guys in this division are closest in terms of talent? Who do you think the most talented guy is? Is it the guy holding the belt?
I feel like anybody, any of us can beat each other in any given day. You know, like I always tell people, it's just whoever's on that day. You can have the best training camp, worst training camp, doesn't matter. When you step in the cage, it's just whoever's on that night. You know what I mean? So I feel like everybody in the top five, six, top 10 can beat each other any day. Just whoever's on.
You've got a Mexican heritage, right? Did you take any pride in the fact that like bang, 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 three Mexican champions? Has Mexican MMA been on its way for a while, do you think?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Happy that they got like Mexican champions. That's cool. My dad's from Mexico, so he kind of hears about it and he doesn't know anything about the sport. So it's cool to see him actually trying to keep up with it now. Um, but yeah, it's exciting for them to showcase the talent that we have in Mexico.
If you beat Manel, where does that leave you?
I'm not too sure, man. I really don't worry about what's next. I just fight whoever they put in front of me. If I have to fight five more times to get another title shot, then I'll fight five more times. I just can't do my job, man. If kind of, if you don't, if you just worry about getting a title shot, I mean, you're just focusing on that. You're not focusing on the other things that are important.
Do you adjust your philosophy? Because I feel like it's difficult not to focus on how am I going to get to that belt. But are you enjoying just being one of the best UFC fighters in the world right now? Enjoying being in that high octane environment and just taking it in a bit more.
A little bit of both. I feel like just from the wrestler mindset, you know what I mean? It don't matter who's next. Don't matter who you're fighting. You're still gonna have to fight everybody. So kind of took that motto into MMA. Just whoever's next, whoever they have the next guy in front of me, then that's what we're doing. Kind of if you start worrying about what's next, the title, or who's fighting who, then it kind of get blinded a little bit. So I just stay focused and worry about myself. Can't control what's going on the other side.
Can he hang with you on the ground? His striking is very slick, but is he getting taken down here and is he getting drowned?
Um, he actually has a really good ground game, really underrated ground game. He has a couple of submissions, but if you watch his fights, like he's active on the guard and stuff like that, whether it's to set someone up to get him to let him up or what, but he's still throwing, he's still doing submission attempts. So I mean, he's good everywhere on the feet. He's good. He's slick. He moves quick. Very good reflexes. His wrestling's not bad. He's well rounded. I think people don't give him enough credit on how good he is. but I think it's gonna be a fun fight. Definitely gonna challenge me.
Do you feel like you're going to be able to get some nice momentum with this fight? I mean, the pandemic was tough on everybody, right? But like, so many canceled fights. How tough was that for you mentally?
At first it was mentally tough. You know what I mean? That's how I get paid, so it kind of sucked. A lot of fights. I mean, basically, I was in camp in for 2 years before I fought Pantoja, so it kind of sucked. I probably should not have taken that Pantoja fight just to rush. Like I just rushed in there. Like I should. You know what? Like let's just wait. I already waited this long. Um, but you live and you learn, and kind of like I said, I'm just excited to get back in there. I took enough time off, healed up, and I'm ready to go.
Which of those canceled fights would you most like to see happen one day?
Yeah, all of them. I mean, I had Kai Kara Fran, I had Matt Chanel, I had uh, Askar Askarov, three big names. I would like if I have to fight this guy, then try to fight those guys again, then I will. I'm just here to fight, man. I'm just here to make money, feed my family, get to that title.
You were supposed to fight Brandon Moreno in 2020. Do you think you guys are destined to fight, or you should fight one day?
Yeah, I mean, I feel everybody in the division should fight, to see who's the real number one guy. I mean, congrats to him. He's done all amazing things. But I feel like I'm even the guys that beat me, I still feel like 9 out of 10 times I can beat them. I just had a bad night, and that's all that matters. Uh, I am a freaking big soul loser. I hate losing, but it's part of the game.
Is Brandon the best right now?
As of right now, he is. He has the title. He's beat the number one guy in the division. So you have to say, yeah. Do I feel like I can beat him? Of course. But if you ask anybody that signed at 125s, they feel they can beat anybody.
Do you think anybody in the division is on the level of somebody like Demetrious Johnson? Do you think anybody's got it in them to really become the greatest flyweight?
Nah, I think what Demetrious Johnson did for the division and in the division, I don't think anybody's gonna be able to uh, rewrite that. Kind of like this Anderson Silva thing. No one's been able to do what he's done with the title defenses. So I feel like Demetrious is right there.
What did you make of Mohamed Mokaev and his situation, not tapping out, coming back to get the victory, get his own tap? I mean, what was your big takeaway from that fight?
Honestly, didn't even watch the fight. I was hanging out with my son. Uh, I was kind of away from my son for a few weeks. I think it was like 6 weeks. So him and his mom couldn't visit me. So I'd rather spend time with my son than watch some fights. I took him out to the mall and just let him run around and go crazy.
I assume you saw the highlight though. I mean, did he do the right thing there in that situation? Sometimes you could lose a year, you lose multiple years. Is it better to tap sometimes, or did he do the right thing?
Man, everybody's different. If he thinks that's the right thing, that's the right thing. I know jujitsu guys that will go to sleep, like, oh, one tap or anything. I'm like, hey man, that's your choice. If he thinks that's a great idea, then touche for him. He did what he felt was best for him in his career. So I mean, it sucks if he's out. I mean, I think he's a good addition to the division, but if he's out for a year, that's on him. He's the one gonna have to live with that, not anybody else.
Does he strike you as one to watch in terms of talent? Is he kind of coming into your path? Like you're a top six guy. I mean, you've always been in and around the top of this division. Is he going to be the new threat to the top guys, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think anybody is. I think a lot of these new guys coming in are like it's crazy because I'm 31. Some of these guys are 20 something, so they start training MMA at a young age. So a lot of these guys are these hybrid guys that didn't just focus on one sport. So it's exciting to see. I think all these guys coming in are very talented, and I'm excited to see what they do in the division. They put more eyes on the division, the better it is for all of us, not just that person.
We're going to wrap up with a little quick fire if that's okay with you. So, in terms of your UFC colleagues, who is the pound for pound hardest hitter?
Hardest hitter, I say anybody. Uh, I say Para. I mean, that guy. I've watched some kickbox and stuff. That guy can hit hard. Knock out guys with 8 ounce gloves. It's kind of hard to do. So, he's probably the hardest hitter.
Best wrestler?
Best wrestler. Ooh. Man. I gotta say, so many good wrestlers. I say Makachev, probably the best wrestler.
Who's the funniest?
Funny as I'd go with Chito Vera.
Who's the most annoying?
Uh, I mean, I don't know. I really don't talk to a lot of guys. I mean, the guys I see online all the time, probably like Henry Cejudo, those guys are, I mean, it's cool. It gets cringy, but those guys are probably up there.
Who's the best looking?
Best looking. Ooh. I would say myself for sure.
Who has the coolest tattoos?
Man, Sean Brady has a pretty good one. What's that heavyweight that just fought? Uh, Kid from Germany. He just won the giant heavyweight tall kid. He just beat I forgot who he just beat, but I forget his name. But Volkov. He has a pretty sick one too. He has a nice back piece.
Who would you most like to have dinner with?
Man, I gotta eat with the heavyweight, man. I'm a lightweight, but I eat like a heavyweight. So any heavyweight that's down to go to all you can eat, let me know.
Who's got the best hands?
Best hands. Uh, I say I gotta give Dustin or Max.
Who would make the best movie star?
Jeez. Man, I don't know. It wasn't Usman, that's for sure. I don't know. I don't know that one. That's a good one. I can't think of anybody.
Who has the best fight IQ?
Um, I would say Max has the best IQ on his I'll say on his feet and distance. I say Izzy has the range and the timing down for sure. I think for strikers, those two guys are like the best guys.
Who would you most like to get drunk with?
Uh, I mean, I get drunk with Cheeto already, so I can't really say that. I already drink with Ricky Tyson. Who else? Uh, what's that heavyweight? That
Hi,
Tua
Tuivasa.
Tuivasa. Yeah, yeah. I think it'll be a good time.
Good choice. Who's the most interesting female fighter?
um, Man, I feel like they're all kind of interesting because they're fighting.
Anyone in particular you think's interesting in terms of their style or their character or what they bring to the table?
um, nah, not really. I mean, I feel like they're all. I mean, I feel like they're all like good fighters, all pretty around the same. You know what I mean? Like that. Not too many far people that like their personalities are pretty much the same.
What? Their personalities are all the same. Dude. All right. Okay, then who would be your dream fight in any weight class, past or present?
Dream fight would probably be obviously Demetrious would probably be one. I've always wanted to fight him, and then I mean Anderson Silva. I mean that guy's a legend. Guy I kind of grew up watching, so that'd be one of the fun fights.
Oh, and who would you want by your side in a street fight?
I mean Francis Ngannou for sure. That's easy.
Nice one, Alex. Good to speak to you, man. Good luck.
All right, brother, take it easy.